nursing student Paris here, and I am back with another video. And as you can see, this video is going to be something different than what I normally do. Today we'll be talking about nursing tips, how to pass nursing school with A's and B's, and also how to stay organized while you are in nursing school. For you guys who are new here, I'm a senior in nursing school. I am in my last track currently as of January in nursing school, and I am set to graduate May of this year, 2024. I'm 22 years old and I maintain a full-time job while in nursing school, but I've also worked a maximum of 2 jobs during my nursing school journey. First, guys, I'm just going to tell you about my nursing school journey. Graduated high school, applied to college, admitted into college, did my 2 years of prereqs, because before you get into nursing school, they will have you do prereq classes before your core classes. So I did like stats, nutrition, psychology, biology, A&P, and more. I did my best to receive A's and B's in this class because, as you guys know, the nursing program is competitive and they really try to have like the best of the best students in there as far as grade wise. Definitely did my best to keep up with the workload, and while you're doing your prereqs, they aren't that hard, like reading, writing classes, and etc. So when I was in my last semester doing my prereq classes, I was able to get accepted into the nursing program by putting in my application. And currently, right now, as I stand, I am a senior in nursing school with a cumulative 3.6 GPA. You want to learn how to do this and you want to know the tips and tricks that maybe no one is willing to tell you? Well, I am here to share that all with you. Just get straight into the video. So the first topic that I'm going to be talking about is staying organized in nursing school. Staying organized is going to be your best friend. And I'm not even joking, y'all, like literally staying organized. Staying organized isn't easy, but I'm going to teach you guys a few things that you can do to help you. Tip number 1 is going to be to get a planner. See, I have my best friend here. Your best friend in nursing classes and your nursing program will be your planner. And no, I am not talking about the copy on your phone or on your iPad. I am talking about the physical book copy. I'm just going to show you guys what my planner looks like. To make sure you're getting a planner that is wide enough with the boxes and you can put everything in there, because in nursing program, in nursing school, you will have a lot of things on your agenda, and this is a brand new planner. Nursing school, you have many assignments, quizzes, tests, and modules to do, clinicals, and you have simulation labs. To make sure that you are being very organized as possible, so that you're not missing a due date, that you're not forgetting about any of your assignments, because in nursing school assignments, they are very, very critical. Personally, in my opinion, I think having a physical copy is a way to be more successful and efficient, but you can do with whatever you please. Some people are not physical people, some people are electronic people, and that is easily okay. Avoid things getting lost in your notes, getting lost in your junk. I would just suggest getting you a physical copy, and this was from my local Home Goods for $12, but you can go on Amazon and order one, or your local Jewels or Walmart. They all have the same thing, or even Target. I'm going to be showing you guys a screen recording video of how I would set my planner up. Physical copy, this is new, so I can't show you guys now, but on the screen here, to set my planner up very strategically. If I have classes Mondays and clinicals on Wednesdays, then Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays will be my days where I implement my assignments, my quizzes, my exams, all my studying into those days. If I have an assignment due Friday, then I will make sure that it is written twice in that week, so that I know not to miss this assignment, if that makes sense. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So as you guys see here, I am making a new note to put that Wednesday will be the exam day. I'm just going to set an example to show you guys, because it's easier said than done. I can just show. Because I have my exam day on Wednesday, I'm going to go into the previous Friday and put that I have an exam next Wednesday, so that I can make sure to remind myself. So as the previous Wednesday, I'm going to go in and show that I have an exam the next week. So the week before my exam, myself twice in that week that I have an exam on Wednesday, to make it easier. As we see, as I'm showing you guys right now, I have an EHR assignment due on the 22nd. So I am putting that I have my EHR assignment due on the 22nd, as you guys see right here. However, on a Tuesday, since I have no classes that day, I am going to go ahead and put that my EHR assignment is due the previous week before. showing you guys how to set up your planner. You should always be willing to write twice in a week that you have something due the next week so that you will never forget about it. You can never forget if you have it written down multiple times in calendar week or in the calendar month. February 5th, I am reminding myself that February 12th, I have an exam. As well as February 9th, I am letting myself know that I need to be studying over that weekend so that Monday I am prepared for my exam. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I hope that was a great example to show you guys how I am setting up my planner, how I am being most successful with my time and staying organized in nursing school. Number 2 would be to get a binder or folder so that your work is combined into one and you're not scrambling through your entire semester trying to find that care plan that you did 3 months ago or 2 weeks ago, because it'll be all accessible right there at your hands with a physical copy. Yes, a physical copy. At the end of the semester, I go and I print out all of my syllabuses, and I'm having my planner side by side so that I'm writing in my planner what's on my teacher's calendar, because that's what the syllabus is. It's showing you the calendar. That way I'm able to coordinate my dates and coordinate what is due when and when I should do it. And I think this is just very helpful. I do take my time doing this because it helps in the future. So I normally have 4 to 5 classes a semester, and I did it the cheaper way with organizing my binder. I will show you guys. This is just my binder, and you can see it's a plain regular binder. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. You see it says pharmacology. On the side panels here, I have which class is which, so that when I'm going into my binder, I can find the class and open it up, and it brings me straight to it. So this says Med-Surg. You guys know those planned out binders that are there already, where you can write the class on the side and you can flip it and it's already organized. Being in nursing school, it is very, very hard to do that. I'm not saying it is very hard, but in nursing school, you will find your way around to do things the cheaper route, rather than going and spending all this money and doing it the more easier way, I'm guessing, because in nursing school, your finances, I'm not gonna lie, will be a big problem for you. So if you wanna just save money, this is definitely the easier way. I have my calendar printed out for the entire semester. Just go with the tabs on the side here, and I can flip, and I can go ahead and find the other class that I am looking for. It's easier to do it this way rather than wasting money. When if you're at school, printing is free. You can go on Word document, type on a blank sheet, type Med-Surg, and put the text font to maybe 50 or 70 to make it bigger and wider. So that is just my way of saving more money, because we're already spending over $1,000 or $1,000 semester on books and uniforms. So tip number 3, and this may be very repetitive as you may have heard this from other people before: be healthy as you possibly can. You have to take care of yourself first, because you cannot go and take care of a patient if you cannot take care of yourself. I learned the hard way, working 12 hours on the weekends, having clinicals, having classes during the week, trying to keep up with my health, keep up with eating out, because I'm always on the go. So that did eventually catch up with me, because I did end up having a blood clot in my leg. I randomly went to the hospital because my leg just was not feeling right for a few months. They did an ultrasound on my leg and it came back that I had a blood clot. Thank God it was a superficial. It was not a DVT, which is the really, really bad one. Both bad, but the really harsh one. So I got in contact with my HCP, gave me some medicine for it, and 3 months later, another ultrasound and the blood clot was gone, thank God. But I am saying this example to you guys to let you know that it is so important to keep up with your health. Even if you're on a budget, try going to Aldi's rather than going to Target. Try Walmart instead of going to Target, or maybe just try your local farm markets and everything like that rather than going to the more expensive stores. Not saying that Target is out of the range, but I shop in Target and it is on the pricier side rather than going to Aldi's. Creating a meal plan during your week. You can just get out a sheet of paper and create a meal plan. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm going to make a meal that's going to last me 3 days, and then on the weekend maybe I'll eat out once, and as you know, nursing students, we need our coffee and energy drinks. So budgeting that into your plan as well, making sure you're not over caffeinating yourself, make sure you're drinking enough water, your fruits, your veggies, making sure you are keeping up with your different electrolytes, like your potassium, everything, making sure you are getting that fruit and everything in your body. It is so important to make sure that you can get as much sleep as you can. And this will come with cutting out the screen time, going out late night with your girlfriends, you know, maybe not eating out, staying home and cooking or meal prepping during the week, getting in bed by 8:30, maybe watching TV for an hour, cutting off the TV, setting your alarm and knowing I have clinical, I have to be up at 4 a.m. I need to be to clinical by 6:30. It's really all about just balancing your time, budgeting, time management, and organizing yourself. Those are the ways that you will be successful in nursing school. Trust me, it is. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the different type of learning styles. If you are like me, I am a multitask learner. I like to learn with my eyes. I like to learn with my ears. And when we're in clinical and the simulation labs, I love to touch things and I love to learn with my hands. It'll take you a while to learn your studying style or learning style. When I was a freshman in the nursing program, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was in for, what would hold for the future. It took me until about a good 2.5 semesters to get into my learning style and my study style. So don't feel bad if you already don't know your study style, because that will come as time goes on. As you get closer and closer to the end of nursing school, you will eventually learn. Like I said before, for my nursing classes, like med-surg, med-surg 2, mental health, OB, I am more so a visual and auditory person. I love to hear things. I love my teachers to say things over and over. I love to see things on the board. I love to look at my iPad and see those different colors. Like, I am that type of person. When it comes to clinicals, I love to be more hands-on. Yes, I want to put that IV in. Yes, I would like to put that Foley in. Yes, I would like to give a medication. It's easier for me to learn that way. So if you are a multitask learner, that's okay as well, but to each his own. Now we are going to get into the nitty-gritty. How to prepare for classes. And specifically right now, I'm going to be talking about the lectures, okay? Preparing for class depends on who you are, studying habits, who your teacher is, and their information. I like to watch the lectures before going to class because I don't want to be dumbfounded and not know what's going on when I get there. They're up there talking about ICP and I don't know what they're talking about because I did not watch that lecture. And yes, the lectures may be long, over an hour, sometimes an hour and 30. I have lectures 2 hours before. Baby, speed up that time, put it on 2 times, wind it back as many times as you need to. Take those notes before going to class because it is beneficial. I've done that plenty of times, like doing it last minute or not doing it all, and I walk into class and I feel lost. Trust me, that is the last thing that you want when you're walking to your nursing class. You would like to walk in with at least a little bit of a clue on what's going on and just being confident in your work. Watching the lectures before class is really good because, like I told you guys before, I am an auditory learner. So going to class and hearing my teacher say the same things over and over on top of me hearing it from my computer over and over when I watch the lecture before class is really good. Now I'm in class and I'm hearing her say the same things that I heard her say in the lecture when I watch it on my iPad, which is amazing to me. Like, I need to hear that over and over and over. Tell me that the ICP is 5 to 10 times, and trust me, I will remember it. I love listening to those lectures over and over and over again. And then as well, sometimes after class, I might go to YouTube and watch Nexus Nursing or Level Up RN. I tell you guys, those are the mothers of YouTube when it comes to nursing, the nursing program, nursing classes, anything from fundamentals to pathophys, down to pediatrics, down to OB, down to med-surg and med-surg 2. They have good stuff. Just head over to their YouTube channels, subscribe to them, and go to their playlists, and you can find exactly what you're looking for. The reason why I love both of these ladies is because their videos are from 5 to 15 minutes long. I've learned everything that I've needed to learn in 5 to 15 minutes rather than sitting in a 2 to 3 hour lecture. Can y'all believe that? Like, how is someone on the internet teaching me something in 5 minutes that took me all of 2 hours to learn in class? I had amazing teachers during my nursing school journey. Don't get me wrong. I just think that it was so funny that, like, oh my gosh, I am on this internet, on YouTube, looking at these wonderful ladies who are teaching me things at the tip of my fingers in 5 minutes, and I got it. So the only difference between my other classes, example, the only difference between like mental health and med surg versus pharmacology is that for pharmacology, I just thought everything was just too much as a whole, the class, the information as a whole. So I would never ever do notes for pharmacology. For pharmacology, I will wait until I got into class. My teacher had her own pamphlet that she gave us of all the medications, the side effects, the nursing interventions, everything. So I used that, what she gave us, in my study guide that she gave us, and put it on flashcards. So I will show you guys. For instance, this is the pamphlet that she gave us. This was the guide that she gave us here. And then here are my flashcards that I make. This is just the heart medications, antihypertensive drugs that we did. So I also separated them by the different classes. This card says beta blockers, says that the ending is LOL because most medications end the same. So LOL, and then I have the medications listed here. Tenolol and metoprolol. So I have those listed here. The class, the ending, put the nursing interventions. So like monitor the blood pressure, watch the sodium intake, and then the back just have side effects, the indication, and then the mechanism of action for this specific drug. How I do my pharmacology cards, because I'm not going deep in context into every single class because I would be here forever if I did that. That is how, you know, I do a little bit of my studying and prepare for lecture before class. Side note, I've never opened up a textbook and physically read 20 pages a day in my life being in nursing school. I'm just gonna be honest here and be real. If you were to go every time your teacher assigned you 3 chapters, 20 pages long, that's 20, 40, 60 pages, you would be reading forever. I don't have the attention span long enough to stay focused that long. Save yourself the time from going into that book. I've only ever gone into the book when I felt like information that I had received was not clicking, or if I went to dive deeper into it and find something that was not on a PowerPoint, which more than likely it is. Your teacher will assign you these PowerPoints. They will give you the PowerPoints, and on that PowerPoints will be the most important information. Your job as a student is to show up to class, to write more information on those PowerPoints, and to listen to the lecture beforehand to get that information to put and expand on that topic on the PowerPoint. I like to think of being in nursing school as a 50-50 relationship with your teacher. 50% of the time, your teacher has to hold up their bargain during the grading, during the tutoring, during the being a good teacher and reaching out when you need the help. And then you also have to hold your stand and you have to show up to class on time. You have to ask questions during lecture. You have to take those quizzes and assignments and those exams and making sure that you are passing. So currently, I told you guys before about taking notes before class. I love to take notes before class so that when I go, I'm knowing exactly what's going on. And I used to swap out between physical paper. You can go in via your PowerPoint, change how they show up, and you could print them out. So for example, here, teacher's PowerPoint, and I just basically went and put 3 on each side of the paper with little lines on the side, so that way when I'm watching the lecture or in class, I can write the most important notes on the side. Switching between doing physical copy notes and doing notes on my iPad. I'm going to show you guys during a screen recording how I use my iPad to take my notes. I use the app GoodNotes to take my notes on my iPad. It's a phenomenal app, the best app, and I don't think you have to pay for it because I've never paid for it. Sometimes I like to write on paper because it sticks better, but other times I like to write on my iPad just because I can bring my iPad anywhere with me. It's more efficient and it is easier. So how to use GoodNotes. In order to use GoodNotes, you should use your school system, whether that's Blackboard or whatever that you use. But for my school, it is Blackboard. So I go into Blackboard, download the PowerPoint that I want to put on my iPad. I click the little share button at the top and I import it into GoodNotes. And then also in GoodNotes, they have where you can make different folders. You can make different classes. You can make different notebooks to sort out your classes, to sort out your notes, what chapter you're on, or if you want to sort it by exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, you can do that, and that's how I do mine. So once this PowerPoint is imported into GoodNotes, I am now having my computer pulled up on the side. I am currently taking notes. Now, when I take notes on my iPad using GoodNotes, I like to use black because black stands for when I'm at home, and I like to use red or orange for after I take my notes when I'm going into class. That symbolizes that I took those notes in class. So this helps me because when I'm at home, I may write down some information, and then while I'm in class, I might not write down information, or I might forget to write down information, or vice versa. When I'm taking notes, I'm only writing the most important notes. And trust me, as you get further along in the program, you would know what I'm talking about. If your teacher is saying over and over and over again, the ICP is 5 to 15, MMHG, the ICP is 5 to 15, ICP 5 to 15. I'm writing down that the ICP is 5 to 15 because my professor is steady saying this over and over and over again. As you guys get further into your nursing school career, you will hear those little things that they say and like, oh yes, I need to note that, or oh no, like they're just talking, like you will know. And also GoodNotes, you can highlight, underline, add pictures, and then even can hit this little microphone. Teacher is talking in class, you can record them and it will show up on this PowerPoint that you have in GoodNotes, so that when you go back home, you can go back and look at those notes, and then you can also press play on that voice recording, and your professor, he or she, will be talking, so that if you did miss any information, you can go back and listen to it. I think this is a great feature. I love it. I love GoodNotes. I will forever use it as long as I am in nursing school, or if I decide to go back to school. So as far as taking notes in class, previously, like I said before, I'm using my iPad. I'm using GoodNotes, red or orange pencil that I have when I use my Apple Pencil on GoodNotes, so that I know I am taking these notes in class, and anything that is emphasized more than once, I am taking note of that, because that can be an indication that it might be on that quiz or exam that will be coming up in the next week or two. So we are going to get into the good tea, okay, that your friend in nursing school may not want to share with you, or that those other classmates may be stingy and they are not letting you know this information. This is what this video is all about. I'm going to be letting you guys know these tips on how I am studying in nursing school and passing my classes with A's and B's. Number 1, stayed organized, and then now number 2, learn my learning style, my studying style. So now that I know, some people can study, I don't know, maybe 3-4 days before the exam. Some people may need to take 2 weeks, a week and a half. I am that week and a half, 2 weeks girly. I cannot remember things in 3 to 4 days. Never work like that unless it's something that just is not clicking for me. The type of girl that I need to understand the information, understand the pathophys. I need to understand the concept. I need to understand the disease process as a whole before I'm going into this test, so that I can know that I am the most confident I've ever been when I'm taking this test, so I can get a good grade. I already told you guys how to take notes, how to study. I let you guys know the 2 ladies that I love to use, Level Up RN and Nexus Nursing, which I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into. After class, I'm going in, I'm reading my notes, I'm looking at my notes, I'm filling in my study guide as I go in, and I'm watching Nexus Nursing and Level Up RN, because a 5 to 15 minute video of a disease process I can do rather than sitting in class for 2 to 3 hours at a time. Oh, I love Level Up RN because she is very simple. She breaks things down to the point where I can understand what she's talking about without all of the nursing terminology that is being used. She does a very, very great job of just simplifying the information and just getting it out there. I love Nexus Nursing because she is tough. She is really, really funny, and she makes sure, you know, she drills it into your head where you can remember that information. Breaks things down. She does practice questions. She reads the rationales for you. She would tell you why an answer is right. She would tell you why the answer is wrong. And then she will also go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into getting a little bit more into the disease process. She also hosts live Kahoot sessions that are pre-recorded that you can go and look at. And they're all in her playlist on her YouTube channel. Going over there to get that information, please drop down in her comments that officially Paris sent you there. So after I have done my notes, use my additional resources like YouTube, gone to lecture. Me and my friends, we pair up, either whether we're on the phone, on FaceTime, or in person. We pair up with each other to quiz each other on the notes or on our study guide or on the lecture. So we use this by doing the teach back method, which is very, very easy. If me and my friend, we are quizzing each other will go something like, so I'm my friend right now. So she would ask me, or she would say in a sentence, the normal ICP is blank. Then I would like try to think or try to remember or do, you know, how I study. And I would go, the normal ICP is 5 to 15. And she would say, okay, you got it right. Or, okay, no, try again. Or would you like for me to help you out? Or if we're doing pharmacology and we're doing medications, she would ask, what medications are in the class ACE inhibitors? And I would remember ACE inhibitors, the last 4 letters are pril. So I would say lisinopril or nalopril. And she would tell me if it's right or if it's wrong, or do you want me to help you out, or I'll give you another try. So that is kind of like the teach back method. If you're going like a little bit deeper, talking to your friend, that is the quiz method. But if you want to use the teach back method, that would be talking to a friend or talking to your boyfriend, talking to your mother, talking to your dog, I don't know. That would be just talking to someone and basically telling that information as you were talking to a 4 or 5-year-old kid. It is basically simplifying the information as basic as possible so that you can understand it. Sometimes it's not always what is said. Sometimes it can be the delivery. Nexus Nursing and Level Up RN, they are very good on delivery and how they get out the information for you to receive it. As far as the study guides go, the teacher would provide the study guides. As far as I've been in nursing school, I've always been provided with a study guide. And if you are currently a nursing student now and you're in your 2nd or 3rd track, then you know that you can get some study guides that are really, really good. And then you can get some study guides that are kind of more on the bland side. They don't tell exactly what your teacher is looking for. Maybe they just have the topic like stroke. And it's like, okay, well, what about stroke? Like, what do you want me to know? Should I know the intervention? Should I know the signs and symptoms? Should I know like what to do next? And then, you know, some professors, they provide you with that information. Yes, I want you to know about stroke. I want you to know nursing interventions, and I want you to know the signs and symptoms. So normally when I'm beginning my studying, I'm learning everything as a whole. But when I'm getting down to crunch time and I'm getting down to studying for this exam, I'm only looking at the interventions and the signs and symptoms, because trust me, I'm pretty sure nurses, they don't know everything right now. But you can only go so far as to how much information that you can know. Make sure that you are studying the information as a whole, but also make sure when that exam comes, your priority is passing that exam. I need to be studying the nursing interventions and the signs and symptoms and get that down packed for the exam. But like I said before, on these exams, you're having about 15 disease topics on one exam. You're going through 4 to 5 chapters. It is insanely impossible to remember everything on a PowerPoint slide. Trust me, do not do that to yourself. Save yourself the headache and just get down straight to the nitty-gritty after you are finishing your holistic studying. Overwhelming yourself with too much information causes your brain to be foggy, boggy. On the exam, you don't know if it's A or B. You're not sure because it sounds the same. You studied all of the same information and you don't want to do that. I've done that before and it was the biggest mistake ever. So please take this as a sign to do not do that and to get straight into the nitty-gritty. Whatever your teacher is asking for, that is what you do. So moving on to resources that have helped me while I have been into nursing school. Those will be a few ebooks that I have bought on Etsy, which are very, very cheap. Flashcards, concept maps, your best grade, NCLEX questions that you can find online, and Quizlet. My 2 favorites is concept maps and your best grade. Concept map is literally a concept map with different boxes that are sorted so that you can put each information into the specific box. And I'm going to show you here. A concept map. In each box, it states what is required of that box. For example, the disease process, so Crohn's disease. And in this box, it's asking you the pathophys. This box, you're going to go in with the pathophysiology of what Crohn's disease is. Another box asking you the clinical manifestation, so the signs and symptoms. So you will have right lower quadrant pain. They will present with fever. They will have some weight loss. You have the risk factors here. So over here in this box have diagnostics findings. So how can this disease be found? You can look at the patient's white blood count. You can look at their albumin, medications that you would give, medical emergencies down here, and nursing interventions. The concept map is really, really good because versus on a notebook where the information is all piled up, a concept maps helps you sort out that information into where the information is clean, it's neat, and that you can read it. I know sometimes if all that information is clogged up everywhere, you don't know where to start, you're getting confused and everything like that. Concept maps is just helping you get the information sorted out and getting it ready for you to read. You're ready to study. You studied, you went to lecture. Your exam is over the weekend. It is Friday, and you can pull out your concept map and use the teach back method. So I am going to be showing you guys a screen recording of your best grade. Trust me, if you are a nursing student, from my point of view, from my experience, this has been another lifesaver of mine. Here I am showing you a screen recording of your best grade. Your best grade is an online resource center for nursing students, LPN students, and or students whom have graduated or are in the process of studying and taking their NCLEX. It has everything you need from quizzes to practice exams to CAT exams, even down to NGN questions. I've been using this resource for almost a year and I love it. I love most that it has rationales for each question, and you can always go back and review your progress. It will tell you your percent, and if you take ATI or HESI, it will convert your score for you, which have been most helpful. I do agree that these questions are a little bit harder, but that's okay because it's best that way. So as you see right here, I am clicking that I am a student of a RN. We are going to click nursing process, and we're going to go ahead and click assessment, and then we're going to go ahead and click multiple choice. So you can say multiple choice, fill in the blank. If you want audio, hotspot questions, you can make it however you would like. So we're going to go ahead and do it in exam mode. So as we see right here, we have our first question, and we're only going to do 2 questions. So we have our first question here. And this question is pretty much giving you a scenario that a patient is coming in and they are having a stroke. So what is going to be your number 1 priority here? The number 1 priority is going to be to do that fast exam. Do that fast exam. So face, arms, speech, like that thing, like that is going to be number 1 before you send the patient out for MRI or anything like that. And then for question 2, we just have a huge chart here. You can pause it if you would like and read it, but you have a huge chart here who's in for renal failure. What is the priority here? The priority is to observe the EKG. Here it is showing me that I have completed this. It's showing me my HESI score of 1200, and it's giving me a percentage score of 100%. And then as I am showing you guys here, you can always go back and look at the rationales. It will tell you why each specific answer was right or wrong, and then it will also give you a little bit more information. So this is why I love this tool here. It shows you your report sheet as well, just like the HESI does, just like ATI does. And this is just a very wonderful tool. And then you can also go and, like I said before, look back at your progress. So that is why I love your best grade, and you should go get it too. A few extra resources that I bought to help me with nursing school. Freaking one, okay? This NCLEX RM exam book, and then you can see how thick it is. It's very, very skinny, okay? Compared to like a book like this. This book versus this book, like you can tell the difference. If you take the HESI, or whether you're taking ATI or you're in school, this book is going to be the book for you. This is the real deal, okay? And the thing that I love most about this book is that everything is in this book. Literally everything. Maternity, mental health, community, med-surg, the different disease processes, critical care, ICU, everything is in this book here. You can see it is literally like the PowerPoint that your teacher would have, just in 1 page, 1 or 2 pages, okay? So we have the neural system right here. It gives the assessment, as you guys can see. It gives the nursing interventions, as well as any safety plans or anything like that. I love to use this book like before an exam. I just want to go in really quick and just look over a few things because everything is in 1 or 2 pages. I think of it kind of like a concept map, but in a book form, and definitely with way more information than what a concept map has to offer you. This will be linked in my Amazon storefront, so please click the link down below. Nursing School Essentials, and this book will be in that folder, and you can go ahead and purchase it. Books that I bought from Etsy, which have been very, very helpful for me. Just show you like a few pages. So this is just showing cardiac stuff right here. So this is going through and showing cardiac, the cardiac load and the output, and basically just defining it, how you can calculate it, the contractility. It even has some medications on here. I like these pages. It simplifies the information into ways that you can understand it. I think I've bought about anywhere between like 2 to 3 ebooks. The last one I bought was really, really helpful. I would link that Etsy link down below if I can find it for you guys. They're really no more than about $10, like around $10, $15. They're really cheap and I like them. Your best friend, especially if you are taking pharmacology, is going to be these flashcards. You can get colored ones, you can get plain ones, you can get the ones in like a notebook form. Even when you're in clinical, you can use this, just flip it up. A pocketbook, very, very essential. Cards work for me because I test myself all the time. Definition in the front, flip it to the back, everything is on the back. I'll mention NCLEX questions that are available online that you can just randomly find. All you have to type in Google is, I don't know, nursing student NCLEX practice questions, and a lot of questions will pop up. I just go and print these out, and I just, you know, do them and read the questions, answer it, and calculate my total at the end, just for extra practice and to make sure that you are retaining that information. I'm going to move on and talk about how to prepare for clinicals and your simulation labs. So basically how to be successful. Preparing for clinicals and simulations is very, very easy. It cannot get any simpler than this. Just show up on time, be efficient in your work, be a helping hand, ask the nurses if they need anything, what could you be there for. Engage during your clinical rotations. Don't be on your phone, don't be talking on your phone. They will send you home for that. If you know, you know. Don't talk about anyone, don't share your personal life to the nurses and everything like that. Just look at it as a professional relationship. You are coming to learn, and look at this as a learning experience for you, so that in your last semester, like me, what specialty you would like to work with. So use this as a learning opportunity for you to see like what you want to do for your future. Also, the nurses are there to help. No question is a dumb question when it comes to nursing. Make sure you are asking those questions, because that is very, very, very important. We are practicing nurses right now. I would rather to ask a question now than, you know, try to ask a question later and it's like, this is something that I should know. Utilize the people around you, your peers, your clinical preceptor, your nursing preceptor, etc. So yes, I am a senior. I graduated in May. I'm in my last semester of nursing school. I have loved nursing school. I love my nursing school journey. I love learning, and I love taking every single opportunity that it has been thrown at me during this course of me being in school for almost 4.5 years. It's also possible to work while you are in nursing school. I am currently a CNA and a caregiver, and I work overnight. That's how I'm able to pay my bills and manage my time, working overnight while I'm at work overnight, you know, checking on my clients and then doing my homework and watching TV overnight. So if you are in nursing school, I would suggest for you guys to become a caregiver if you are working or if you are looking to work. So I work 312s, and this is pretty much my job on how I pay my bills, my car insurance, how I feed myself, anything that you can think of. And currently I am the sole provider for myself because my mom did pass away in September of 2021. So I have been taking care of myself literally since I've been in nursing school, and it has been hard, but nursing school has taught me that I am a strong woman, and anything that I can put my mind to, that I can do it. As of currently now, I am slowly planning for my graduation pictures, my graduation party, my graduation trip. everything graduation right now is like on my mind. Still planning to move back home, and I have some interviews set up for a nurse residency program. So if you are a nursing student right now, or you're about to graduate and you want to hear a little bit more about that, you guys make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will give you guys updates. I'm learning this year to not speak on things before it is done, but I will be sharing with my channel when everything is solidified and when God brings this plan to life for me. So if you love this video, you love these tips, you love all the gems I drop for you guys, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, send to a friend of a friend of a friend who is in nursing school. Please make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said, again, I will be starting my nursing diary series here on my YouTube channel that will feature me waking up at 4 a.m. for clinical, a meal prep, how I'm able to balance my life with working, go to the gym, how I'm able to try to stay healthy, all while just being a 22-year-old girl about to graduate nursing school, and how I am currently trying to figure out my life being this young. But please stay tuned, because I am dropping a week in the life of a nursing student in January 21st. So it will be coming out on that Sunday. So if you love this video, subscribe and be back to see how I am juggling my first week back at school. I am doing my 12-hour clinicals because I am a senior now. So I'm doing my 12-hour clinicals. I would love to share this new journey with you guys because I am on it as well. Any nursing students or medical students out there, please, please, please keep your head up. Don't give up. Be strong and know that it's already yours. Just claim it and you got this. So I hope you guys love this video.